They tell a story of two Jews who lived in the same city, somewhere in Eastern Europe. And they decided one day to travel the long journey to their Rebbe, to their mentor, who lived in Lubavitch, a town in White Russia. And sure enough, they arrive and they arrange for an audience, a meeting with the Rebbe. And the first one goes in, and the Rebbe says to him, "Well, you're coming from your hometown. Tell me what's going on. How are things at home?" And this chassid, this man says, "Well, Rebbe, to be honest, it's really not good. People are not giving charity, and the rabbi, no one likes him, and everyone's fighting. It's really not good. It's a bad situation." Well, the Rebbe ruefully nods his head and gives him a coin and a sign of gratitude for his report and says, "Thank you very much. Be on your way." Next comes the other chassid, the other man from the same town, and the Rebbe asks him the same question. The Rebbe says to him, "What's going on in your town? How are things?" And this man says, "Rebbe, it's just fantastic. We're such a unified community. People are doing so much for each other. And the rabbi's sermons are fantastic. And the community's growing. People are moving in. It's great." Well, the Rebbe takes 2 coins, gives it to him, thanks him for his good report, and sends him on his way. Now, after that second man leaves the Rebbe's office and talks to his friend, he tells him, "You know what? The Rebbe gave me 2 coins." And the previous man, who had only gotten 1, was quite upset. And he says, "I know what happened. You told the Rebbe all the flowery good stuff, and so the Rebbe was happy with you, so he gave you 2, but to me he only gave 1. So this first man demanded another audience, and sure enough, he comes in. And he says to the Rebbe, "It's not fair. You asked me what's going on in town. I gave you an honest report with all the really gory details, and you only gave me 1 coin. And my friend who comes in and gives this rosy report and, dramatizing all the good things, you gave 2. It's not fair." And the Rebbe said to him some very important words. The Rebbe said to him, "I wanted to know which side of the city you live on. I know what's happening in that city. I hear from tons of people. I don't need you to tell me. What I wanted to know is, which side of that city do you live on?" The lesson is that in our environment, in our surroundings, there's always 2 sides to everything. The one way to look at it is things are terrible, everything's fractured, there's so many problems, and once in a while people do some good things. The other way to look at it is that we live in a beautiful world where so much good is happening, where so much of the people around us are good. And there's a few broken parts to our system, but overall, we live in an amazing world. And the question that all of us have to ask ourselves is, which part of the world do you live in? And the answer to that question will define how happy we are as people. Wishing you a very good Shabbos.